Hey, what's going on, Movie Maniacs? I'm Matt.
And I am Zach.
And this is the previews, everyone's favorite part of the movie. So please, before you listen to our review, if you could just hit that subscribe button, give us a thumbs up, and then also go ahead and hit that bell icon so you could get notified of every single video that we put out to you guys. So this week, our review is of Aquaman, directed by James Wan, starring Jason Momoa, Amber Heard, William Dafoe, Nicole Kidman, and Patrick Wilson. So, Zach, let me ask you real quick. Is this Vinny Chase's Aquaman from Entourage, or is this the PS2 game from of Aquaman back in the day?
Definitely Vinny Chase's Aquaman, in my opinion. Matt, let me tell you, this movie was fantastic. And as you know, you maniacs do not know, but I am a guy who does not like superhero movies. I think superhero movies are very cookie cutter formula movies. You know, good guy gets approached by bad guy. Good guy can't be bad guy. Good guy has to find a way to be bad guy and somehow beats them. I've been getting very sick of them lately, but this one, Matt, has actually been was very different, and I liked it a lot.
Okay. Well, I slightly disagree with you on pretty much everything you said there. I, for one, do love superhero movies, even if they are cookie cutter, like you said. I go in there expecting that. However, this particular movie, I liked it. There's been a lot of superhero movies that have come out this year. This is definitely my least favorite, but it's still a very enjoyable movie. First and foremost. But I mean, honestly, you love this movie, so the floor is yours. Go ahead, take it.
Okay. I cannot review this movie without first talking about the visuals.
Oh yeah, they were great.
Visuals were fantastic. I literally was looking at Atlantis while watching the movie and just seeing glimpses of Pandora from Avatar. Mm-hmm. And it was great. Mm-hmm. And not only was just the Atlantis looked phenomenal, but just the way that the actors in this movie were filmed in underwater, mm-hmm. like the way their hairs were moving, the way their voice sounded, like with all the chaos and excitement in this movie, like. Mm-hmm. With all of it going on, I felt like I was underwater during this stuff.
Exactly. All you really needed was the prune fingers and the prune toes, right?
Yeah. Sure.
Exactly. So, no, I completely agree with you. As we, kind of discussed after the film, we're not the biggest Aquaman fans. Like, we never really read the comics or anything like that.
In general, honestly.
Exactly, right? But, the visuals in here was great. Atlantis looked awesome. I mean, anything that has sharks with laser beams on it, I'm sold,
yeah,
right?
100%.
Exactly. But, let's go ahead and talk about the acting. I thought Jason Momoa did a great job as Aquaman. We mentioned it earlier. Aquaman is probably the lamest character, if you would agree, with Ant-Man. Ant-Man, both of them are pretty lame. But Jason Momoa actually made it really cool. Like, he
definitely did.
Exactly.
100%.
I feel like the DC universe finally has their version of Wolverine, if you will. I mean, Wolverine, dorky name. Aquaman, dorky name.
Yeah, okay.
Both badasses, both trying to, fight the greater cause, if you will. And I thought he did good. And I thought the rest of the cast did a respectful job as well. I thought Patrick Wilson in particular was a good villain.
Yeah, I mean, he was doing villain things. And then, William Dafoe, of course, always great. And Amber Heard did pretty good as well.
Yeah, absolutely. Yeah. Absolutely. But, honestly, let's get to the main star of the film, in our opinion, at least. Go ahead.
James Wan,
the director.
So good. Like, from a guy who pretty much gave the horror genre a new light from the Conjuring movies, Insidious, and the first Saw movie, and for him jumping to a big blockbuster movie like this, he took hold of it and ran with it, and I thought it was great. Like, just because there's so much chaos going on in this movie, mm-hmm. and the way he moved the camera, and like I felt like I saw everything happening when there was so much happening.
Exactly.
At once. I knew everything going on.
Exactly. It wasn't filled with shaky cam. I mean, everything was solid. I mean, his camera choices were so creative, but they just worked. They worked mm-hmm. with the movie, Mm-hmm. But I'll be honest with you, one thing that did not work for me was the story. Man, this story's lame sometimes.
I mean, you say lame, but you're just saying you just thought it was a little bit cheesy.
Yeah, there was a lot of lame jokes in it. I know we mentioned it before, or we actually didn't. Some of the jokes that Marvel movies throw out there, they just don't always land, and that's something that happened with this movie. I know Aquaman's a very, again, we called him lame. We're gonna call him again. Is a very lame comic book character, but they made it work. They needed a lot, I guess, from the story, and that's where it kind of lost me towards the middle. There's a lot of jokes that didn't land, a lot of the plot points I didn't like very much, and overall it's a fun movie. I just didn't think it did anything different that I get from other superhero movies that maybe do it better.
Okay, fair enough. I mean, no, I feel like this movie was different from that. I mean, I don't know if it's the fact it takes place underwater or it's just Aquaman, but no, this movie felt different to me.
Perfect.
There were the cheesy lines, but I feel like it works because we're watching an Aquaman movie.
Right, absolutely.
So it was okay with me. So overall, I'm going to give this movie a 4.5 out of 5 man bun William Dafoes.
Whoa, 4.5.
I went high.
Man,
I did. I loved this movie.
Man
really
bun William Dafoes, I get it. For me, like I said, there's a lot of fun to be had. Definitely go see this movie in IMAX. It was, a visual delight. There's, like I said, some fun to be had, a great family movie. However, I thought those lame beats in the middle, a little bit boring. So I give it 3.5 drumming octopi out of 5.
Alrighty.
There we go. Well, that's our review, guys.
Yep. So again, be sure to subscribe, hit that thumbs up, hit that bell so you don't miss anything, and we'll see you next time.